Students, voice, is it audible? Voice, is it audible? Okay, fine. Thank you. Good evening, students. Welcome back to the session. Let us continue the last class. Write down the problems. What is the next problem number? Problems. Problem number 1 I have already taught yesterday. Problem number 2. Write down. Consider the differential equation dy by dx plus 2xy is equal to 0 with initial condition y of 0 is equal to 0.2. Using modified Euler's method, the value of y of 0.2 with h is equal to 0.2 is. Remember, all modified Euler's method problems can also be solved using second order Runge-Kutta method and vice versa. All second order Runge-Kutta method problems can also be solved using modified Euler's method. Both will give you the same answer. This problem, if you want to solve, you can solve using modified Euler's method or second order Runge-Kutta method, your choice. Plus 2xy, if it goes to right side, minus 2xy. Let it be f of xy. Dy by dx is equal to f of xy with initial condition y of 0 is equal to 0.2. What is the initial condition? Y value at x naught is equal to y naught. Y value at x naught is y naught. This is the interval. Actually, we need to split the given interval into equal lengths of subintervals. This is x naught, this is x1, this is x2. Y value at x naught should be y naught, y value at x1 should be y1, y value at x2 should be y2. X naught value already given here. X naught value 0. Subinterval size 0.2. H is equal to 0.2 means length of the subinterval is 0.2. If this interval length is 0.2, then this value should be 0.2 because this is 0. 0.2 minus 0.2. If subinterval length is 0.2, this value should be 0.4. 0.4 minus 0.2, that is 0.2 only. You are asked to find y value at 0.2. A y value at 0.2 is y1. So we need to find y1. Please verify, all of you, modified Euler's method formula. The first formula is y1 power p is equal to y0 plus h into f of x0 comma y0. This is the formula I gave, y0. This is y0. Initial condition always y of x0 is equal to y0. So y0 value 0.2, h value also 0.2, f of x0, x0 value 0, y0 value 0.2. So this is equal to 0.2 plus 0.2 into f of 0 comma 0.2, f of 0 comma 0.2, x value 0, y value 0.2, x value 0, minus 2 into 0, 0. So y1 power p is equal to 0.2. 0.2 plus 0, that is 0.2. Now let us see y1 power c. Next formula. Y1 power c is equal to, I have already given the formula yesterday, please check. Y0 plus h by 2 into how 0 came. Look here. F of 0 comma 0.2. F of 0 comma 0.2. X value 0, y value 0.2. X value 0, y value 0.2. Minus 2 into 0 into 0.2. So that is the way it has come. F of x0 comma y0 plus f of x1 comma y1 power p. What is y0? 0.2. What is h value? 0.2. F of x0, x0 0, y0 0.2. Plus f of x1. Look at this diagram. X1 value here, x1 value 0.2. X1 value 0.2. Next to y1 power p. This is here y1 power p. Y1 power p is also 0.2. This is 0.2 plus 0.1. F of 0 comma 0.2. Look here everyone. F of 0 comma 0.2 value 0 already found here. F of 0 comma 0.2 is 0. F of 0 comma 0.2. X value 0, y value 0.2. Here 0 into 0.2 0. So f of 0 comma 0.2 0. F of 0.2 comma 0.2. Look here. F of 0.2 comma 0.2. X value 0.2, y value 0.2. That is minus 2 into x value 0.2, y value also 0.2. Simplify this and let me know the answer. 0.192. 0.192. When do we stop the procedure? Listen to me. The difference between, what is the difference between? The difference between one approximation and its previous approximation is less than or equal to 0.05. We need to stop the procedure. What is the difference between 0.2 and 0.192? Please verify. If you have a doubt, you can solve the same problem using modified using second order Runge-Kutta method also. The difference between one approximation and its previous approximation is 0.05. We can stop. Problem number 3. I don't. Consider an ordinary differential equation If you have any doubts regarding the last class problems, I will teach or I will give you the answers. An ordinary differential equation dx by dt is equal to 40 plus 4 if x is equal to x naught, yet t is equal to 0. The increment in x calculated increment in x means increase in x calculated using R.K. Runge-Kutta's fourth order method with a step size of delta t is equal to 0.2 is option A 0.22, option B 0.44, option C 0.66, option D 0.88. This problem given in the gate mechanical engineering 2014. First of all, write the given problem. Given dx by dt is equal to 4x plus 4. Do you know what is the general form of the differential equation? dy by dx. dy by dx. Y means x means t, is equal to f of x comma y. f of x means t, comma y. And we were given the initial condition. It is a 40 plus 4. Yes, 40 plus 4. It's my mistake only. F of x comma y. F of x comma y, x means t, y means x. What is the initial condition? Y of x naught is equal to y naught. Y of x naught is equal to y naught. Y means what? X. Y of x naught. X means t, x naught means t naught. X naught means t naught. T naught means 0 is equal to x naught. This condition given in the problem, please verify. Y of x naught, y value at x naught, x means t. Y value at x naught is equal to y naught. Y naught means x naught. Now you are asked to solve this problem using fourth order Runge-Kutta method. Step size is denoted by h, but in this problem they mentioned step size is delta t. Delta t means step size only. Do you know increment in x? Increment in x means only k. First approximation means y1. Increment in y or increment in x means only k value. What is k value of Runge-Kutta's fourth order method? 1 by 6 into k1 plus 2k2 plus 2k3 plus k4. This is k value. What is k1? H into f of x naught comma y naught. F of x naught. X means t. Comma y naught. Y naught means x naught. This is equal to h into f of x naught comma y naught. X naught. X naught means t naught. Y naught means x naught. So t naught value 0. X naught value 0. This is equal to h value 0.2 here. F of 0 comma 0. F of 0 comma 0. T0 x0. T0 x0. 4 into 0 plus 4. This is 0.8. Increment in x or increment in y, that is only k value. Okay. X value x naught. X value x naught, sorry. Next, k2. K2 is equal to h into f of x naught. X naught means what? T naught. X naught plus h by 2 comma y naught. Y naught. Y means x. Y naught means x. X naught plus h by 2, y naught plus k1 by 2. H value 0.2. F of t naught. T naught value 0. H value 0.2, 0.2 by 2, 0.1. X naught value X naught only plus K1 by 2, K1 by 2. K1 value 0.8 divided by 2. So f of 0.1 comma x naught plus 0.4. F of 0.1 comma x naught plus 0.4. That means in place of t, it is 0.1. In place of t, it is 0.1. So 4 into 0.1 plus 4. That's it. We don't have x naught value to be substituted. Simplify and let me know this value. 0.4, 4.4 into 0.2. How much it is? What is x2? What is k2? 0.88. Now find k3. H into f of x naught plus h by 2 plus y naught plus k2 by 2. H value 0.2 f of t naught. T naught plus h by 2 value 0.1 plus y naught. What is y naught? Y naught means y means x. Y naught means x naught plus k2. This is k2 by 2. That is 0.44. 0.44. So k3 is equal to 0.2 into f of 0.1 comma x naught plus 0.44. F of 0.1 means t value 0.1. 4 into 0.1 plus 4. We don't have x value to be substituted. What is k3? Same value, no? K1 0.4 plus x naught. How k1 value will be f of 0 comma x naught. F of 0 comma x naught is 4 into 0, 0 plus 4. Correct only. Please careful. What is k3? K3 also same value, no? 0.88. K4. What is K4? Formula h into f of x naught. X naught means t naught plus h, y naught plus k3. Y naught plus k3. Y naught means x naught plus k3. Here h value 0.2. F of t naught. What is t naught? T naught is 0 plus h. 0 plus 0.2, that is 0.2. X naught plus k3. X naught is x naught only. K3 value 0.88. F of 0.2 comma x naught plus 0.88. F of 0.2 comma x naught plus 0.88. In place of t, 0.2. 4 into 0.2 plus 4. There is no x there. So what is K4? Simplify and let me know its value. What is K4? 0.96. So increment in X or increment in Y means only K. Therefore, K is equal to 1 by 6 into K1 plus 2, K2 plus 2, K3 plus K4. K1 0.8, K2 0.88, K3 0.88, K4 0.96. So I think answer 0.88. Answer 0.88. Note this and try yourself. Rangi Kutta, fourth order method. Is used to solve the differential equation and dy by dx is equal to y minus x. If the initial value y of 0 is equal to 2, and the step size is 0.1, then the value of y of 0.1 is a dash up to 3 decimal places. This problem given in the GATE production engineering 2017. Answer is any number you write between 2.2 and 2.3, that would be the right answer. Next. Note down this. Consider the first order initial value problem like this with exact solution y of x is equal to x square plus e power x. For x is equal to 0.1, the percentage difference between exact solution and the solution obtained using a single iteration of the second order Rangi-Kutta method with step size h is equal to 0.1 is a dash. This problem given in the gate electronics engineering 2016. First to try to understand the problem. This is a first order differential equation. Actually, it is a linear differential equation also. When you directly find the solution of this first order differential equation, you will get the answer as y is equal to x square plus e power x. Means this is exact solution. When you solve the same problem using second order Rangi-Kutta method, whatever you get, that is the approximate solution. Exact solution is y is equal to x square plus e power x. Find exact solution at x is equal to 0.1. You will get some answer. And then find the approximate solution at 0.1. Approximate solution means second order Rangi-Kutta method, first approximation value. Because they said a single iteration. Single iteration means first approximation. Two iterations means second approximation. So now you find approximate solution means first approximation of second order Rangi-Kutta method. So then the difference between exact and approximate, that is the error value. Modulus of the difference between exact and approximate, that is absolute error. And absolute error divided by exact value, that is relative error. Relative error multiplied by 100, that is percentage of error. Step by step. Exact solution already given. Y of x is equal to x square plus e power x. But we need exact solution at x is equal to 0.1. This is exact solution. We need its value at x is equal to 0.1. Tell me its value. Small e value 2.718. Small e value 2.718. What is the answer? You people are saying 1.115. Good. Better to write up to 4-5 decimal places. Tell me your answer up to 4-5 decimal places, not only 1.115. That's it. 1.11517. 517. Now approximate value means first iteration of second order Runge-Kutta method. First iteration of second order Runge-Kutta method is y1 is equal to y0 plus k. K is equal to half into k1 plus k2. So k1 is equal to h into f of x0 comma y0. Look here. This is okay. I'll write here. Dy by dx is equal to f of x comma y is equal to y plus 2x minus x square. And we were given initial condition also, that is y of 0 is equal to 1. Means y value at x0 should be y0. H value was given already. H value 0.1. F of x0 0, y0 1. Here f of 0 comma 1, 0 comma 1, x value 0, y value 1. 1 plus 2 into 0 minus 0 square, that is 0.1. Find K2 as well. K2 is equal to h into f of x0 plus h comma y0 plus k1. So K2 is equal to h value 0.1, f of x0 plus h, x0 value 0, x0 value 0, h value 0.1. y0 plus k1, y0 value 1, y0 value 1, k1 value 0.1. 1 plus 0.1, that is 1.1. This is 0.1 into f of x comma y. X value 0.1, y value 1.1. Y value 1.1 plus 2 into x value 0.1 minus x value 0.1. Simplify this and let me know the value of K2. What is K2? 0.129. Good. 0.129. Now K. K is equal to half into K1 plus K2. Simplify this and tell me K also. 0.1145. Good. 0.1145. You are asked to find only first iteration, that is y1 is equal to y0 plus k. What is y0? 1. So 1 plus 0.1145, that is 1.1145. This is approximate value. Now, absolute error means modulus of exact solution minus approximate solution. Modulus of exact value minus approximate value. Exact value, what is exact value? 1.11517. What is approximate value? 1.1145. So tell me the value of absolute error. What is the value of absolute error? 0.00067. Good. 0.00067. Now relative error. Relative error is absolute error divided by exact value. That is 0.00067 by exact value 1.1157. Zero 0.06% is correct, but I need this answer. What is this value? 0.000583. What is the answer? 0.000583 na 6. 0.00060. Okay. 0.000583 is also correct. 0.000538. Also you write no issue. It will not change. Next, percentage error. Percentage error is a relative error multiplied by 100. Multiply your relative error by 100. Relative error is 0. How much you are saying? 0.06, 0.0608, or simply you write 0.06%. 0.06% is the right answer, or you can write like this also. No issue. Next model, a most important and expected topic. Numerical integration. Numerical integration means a trapezoidal rule, Simpson rule only. We'll be teaching. Under numerical integration, we will discuss trapezoidal rule, Simpson's 1/3 rule, 3/8 rule. See, any definite integral problem that you are unable to solve, all the type of definite integral problems can be evaluated with the help of numerical integration problems of trapezoidal rule and Simpson's rule. For example, look at this integral 0 to 1 logarithm of x by tan x plus e power x dx. We cannot evaluate this integral, so this problem solution cannot be found directly. So this type of integration problems can be evaluated with the help of numerical methods of trapezoidal and Simpson's rule. So first try. Numerical method means what? It is the process. It is the process of evaluating a definite integral from a set of numerical values of the integrand f of x. Integral a to b f of x dx stands for area under f of x, area under f of x curve between the lines a and b. Integral a to b f of x stands for area under f of x curve between the lines x is equal to a and x is equal to b. Numerical integration problems can be evaluated. Numerical integration problems can be evaluated using trapezoidal rule, Simpson's rule. Everyone should remember Simpson's 1/3 rule is also called simply Simpson's rule. Simpson's 1/3 rule is also called Simpson's rule. Several methods are there, but in our syllabus we have trapezoidal and Simpson's rule. Simpson's 1/3 rule, Simpson's 3/8 rule. Purpose is finding the integration problems only. The purpose of these three methods to find the value of any integral which we are unable to solve directly. So the concept I teach, trapezoidal rule. It is also called a 2-point formula. Don't worry why it is also called a 2-point formula. I will let you know. And draw this curve. Why it is being called trapezoidal rule, I will let you know. First draw this curve. This curve equation is y is equal to f of x. Integral a to b f of x dx means area under f of x curve, area under f of x curve between the lines x is equal to a and x is equal to b. So the purpose of this method is, when suppose you are unable to find area under this curve between these two lines, what we do in trapezoidal rule is curve is replaced by, this is the curve. Look at the picture I have drawn. This is the curve. In trapezoidal rule, curve is replaced by a straight line. In trapezoidal rule, this curve is replaced by a straight line. Instead of finding area under the curve, we just find area under the straight line. Because area under the curve we don't know, but area under the straight line is exactly representing trapezium. So we people know area of the trapezium. So that's why area of this trapezium we can easily find. This curve is replaced by a straight line. Instead of finding area below this curve, we are finding area below this line. Area below this line represents a trapezium. We know area of the trapezium formula. That's why this rule is called trapezoidal rule. Because in trapezoidal rule, curve replaced by a straight line, then area under the straight line looks like a trapezium. That's why it is called a trapezoidal rule. So I'm not deriving the formula directly. I give you the formula H naught y naught plus yn plus 2 into y1 plus y2 plus so on yn minus 1. You should not get confused. Sir, what are x0, x1, x2, x3? Look here, everyone, this is x0 point. Look, this is x0 point. In place of a, it is x0. This is x0, this is x1. This is x0 comma y0. This is x1 comma y1. Find the area of this trapezium. Then we get h by 2 into y0 plus yn. H by 2 means this, b minus a by 2. So anyhow, this is x0, x1, x0, y0, x1, y1. And listen to me, everyone. To find the area under this curve in trapezoidal rule, this curve is replaced by a straight line. What is the equation of the straight line? Y is equal to k is the equation of the straight line. Y is equal to bx is the equation of the straight line. Y is equal to a plus bx is the equation of the straight line. This is straight line, this is straight line, this is straight line. All are straight lines only. Yeah, but among all these straight lines, which is the most complicated form of the straight line? Among all are straight lines only. Among all these, the most complicated form of this straight line is y is equal to a plus bx. I want a and b values. To get the values of a and b, I will assume this straight line is passing through the point 1, 1, for example. So if I example only, let us assume this line is passing through this point. So y coordinate 1, x coordinate 1. So from this equation, we cannot get the values of a and b. That's why I assume this line should also be passing through one more point, that is 2, 3. This is our assumption only, roughly. Y value 3 here, a plus b into x, x value 2, 2b. Now, by solving these two equations, we can get the values of a and b. Remember, curve is replaced by a straight line. The most typical form of the straight line is, these are lines. Among all these, complicated version of the line is this. In this equation, we don't know a value, b value. So to get the values of a and b, assume that to get the values of a and b, your straight line has to pass through minimum 2 points, maximum no limit, minimum 2 points compulsory. This is 1 point, this is another point. Any 2 points, minimum 2 points. This is 1 point, this is another point. Maximum no limit. This straight line has to pass through minimum 2 points. Maximum infinite number of points, minimum 2 points compulsory. So that's why curve is replaced by a straight line, and this straight line is passing through minimum 2 points. That's why it is also called a 2-point formula. That is the reason it is also called a 2-point formula. Write that. In the examination, you will be asked, what is the fitting curve in trapezoidal rule? Fitting curve in trapezoidal rule is a straight line. Write down. The fitting polynomial is a straight line. Means fitting curve is a straight line. What is the complicated version of the straight line? The most typical form of the straight line is y is equal to a plus bx. To get the values of a and b, it has to pass through minimum 2 points. That's why it is called a 2-point formula. And it passes through minimum 2 points. So it is also called a 2-point formula. With the 2 points, how many subintervals can be formed? Look here. This is the diagram actually. With the 2 points, so see, if you want accuracy, because as we discussed yesterday, in very small length of the subinterval, curve shape, tangent shape, same. So that's why to get more and more accurate answer, interval length is very small. So to get the more small length of the subinterval, you have to split the interval into equal lengths of subintervals. But there is a restriction that we need to split equal lengths of subintervals. See, this is 1 point. See, this is 1 point. This is A, this is B. Split exactly at middle. Split exactly at middle because equal number of subintervals no. That's why exactly at middle. Now how many subintervals? How many subintervals? 1, 2. First 1 subinterval. Now 1, 2 subinterval. Can you split this into 3 equal parts? I have split into 2 equal parts. Now I can split into 3 equal parts also. Look there, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. I will split into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. Let us split into 3 equal parts, 4 equal parts, even n equal parts also we can do. So that's why how many subintervals required? There are no restrictions. Minimum 1 subinterval compulsory. Look here, minimum 1 subinterval compulsory. This is 1 subinterval. Maximum any number of subintervals, but minimum 1 compulsory. So number of required subintervals should be any number. but minimum one compulsory. Any number of subintervals needed. So what is the error term of trapezoidal rule? Actually, we were asked to find area below this curve. We are unable to find area below this curve. That's why curve is replaced by a straight line. And we are able to find area below this line, means area of the trapezium. So we are not finding this area. That means we are not getting 100% accurate answer. We are not getting total area below this curve, only below this line. So there is some error. So what is that error value? Error term of trapezoidal rule. Error term of trapezoidal rule is M2 into B minus A into H square by 12. Don't worry, here A means interval lower limit, B means interval upper limit, A means integral lower limit, B means integral upper limit, H means length of the subinterval. H means length of the subinterval. And we don't know what is M2. M2 means maximum of F double dash X in the interval A comma B. Its meaning is find F double dash X. This is the interval. Find F double dash X at each and every point of this interval. Find F double dash X at A, at B, at this point, at this point, at this point, at this point. Find F double dash X at each and every point of the given interval. At which particular point you will get F double dash X as a biggest value, I mean biggest number. That value should be taken as M2. That value is M2. This is error term. And everyone you observe, you should not get confused. Here H. H means what? Length of the subinterval. H means length of the subinterval is equal to end point of the interval minus initial point of the interval divided by total number of subintervals. Yesterday we discussed. Length of each subinterval is in interval endpoint minus initial point divided by number of subintervals. Moreover, look here, this is the error term of trapezoidal rule. This error term containing H square. This 1 minute, everyone listen to me. 1 minute. F of X is equal to K. F of X is equal to X. F of X is X square. Look here, everyone. Error term containing M2, right? M2 means what? Maximum of F double dash X. What is F double dash of X of K? 0. What is F double dash of X for X? 0. So F double dash X value 0 for F of X is a polynomial of degree 0, K into X power 0, or polynomial of degree 1. F double dash X 0 for a polynomial of degree 0 or polynomial of degree 1. So F double dash X 0 means Look there, f double dash x 0 means m2 0 because m2 is maximum of f double dash x. If f double dash x is 0, then m2 0. M2 0 means what? This is 0. So 0 into something 0. 0 by something 0. So error value 0. Error value 0 means what? We are getting 100% accurate value. So trapezoidal rule gives 100% accurate answer if f of x is a polynomial of degree 0 or 1, because in those two cases only f double dash x is 0. So that m2 0. So that error 0. Error 0 means we will get 100% accurate answer. Right on, next point. Trapezoidal rule gives exact value of the integral if f of x is a polynomial of degree less than or equal to 1. Less than or equal to 1 means degree 0 and degree 1. If f of x is a polynomial of degree less than or equal to 1 means f of x is 0 degree polynomial or first degree polynomial. Look here, error term containing m2. Error term containing m2. M2 means what? M2 containing double derivative. Error term containing m2 containing double derivative. So error order is 2 because error term containing m2 containing double derivative, error term containing double derivative. So error order should be 2. Error order of trapezoidal rule is, if error order is 2, it is written as O of h square, or simply you can write error order is 2, or you can also write error order is O of h square, because error orders will be represented O of h square. Error order 3, O of h cube. Next. First, let me complete. After the break, we do problems. Simpson's rule. Simpson's rule means remember, Simpson's rule means Simpson's 1/3 rule only. Remember, in trapezoidal rule, curve is replaced by a straight line. In Simpson's rule, curve is replaced by a parabola. Roughly, let us draw a curve. This is a curve. Equation of this curve is y is equal to f of x. This curve is a continuous function defined in closed interval AB. Actually, purpose of trapezoidal rule, Simpson's rule is to find integral a to b f of x dx. Integral a to b f of x dx means area under f of x curve between the lines x is equal to a and x is equal to b. If you are unable to find that integral value, then we can use the trapezoidal rule or Simpson's rule. In trapezoidal rule, curve replaced by a straight line. In Simpson's rule, curve is replaced by a parabola. First of all, this is the interval, no? I want to split this interval into two equal parts. This is AB interval. I want to split up into two equal parts. This is middle point because there is a restriction. Total interval must be split up into equal lengths of subintervals. That is compulsory. Now, in this subinterval, first in this subinterval, I want to replace curve by parabola. We know how parabola will be. In this subinterval, curve is replaced by a parabola. Draw it carefully. First, I have drawn a parabola in the first subinterval. This is one parabola. But you should not draw your parabola in your own way. You have to draw your parabola the way I have drawn. See, you are getting confused. Integrand means remove integration symbol, dx symbol. After removing integration symbol, dx symbol, this f of x is called integrand. Now, in this subinterval, curve is replaced by a parabola. And again, in this subinterval, I want to replace curve by a parabola. But one thing, your parabola has to pass through 3 points, minimum 3 points, maximum no limit. Look there, point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. Why parabola has to pass through 3 points? That is also I will let you know. That's why it is also called 3-point formula. Why it is 3-point formula, I will let you know. Another parabola in the next subinterval. This is another parabola in the second subinterval. So your parabola has to pass through minimum 3 points. Point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. Actually, you are asked to find the area below the blue colored curve that we are unable to find. Then we are finding area below the red color curve. Red color curve is a parabola. We know how to find area under the parabola. Without deriving area under the parabola, I am giving formula. Note. What is the fitting polynomial? Fitting polynomial means fitting curve. Fitting curve is a parabola. Note. The fitting polynomial is a parabola. Listen to me. Parabola means any second degree polynomial is a parabola. Any second degree polynomial is a parabola. Any second degree polynomial is a parabola. Second degree, all second degree equations are parabolas only. Among all these parabolas, all are parabolas only. What is the most complicated version of parabola? Most complicated version of parabola is y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square. I want a comma b comma c values. To get a comma b comma c values, then your parabola has to pass through minimum 3 points, maximum no limit. Suppose we assume this parabola is passing through 1 1. So x coordinate 1, y coordinate 1. Then it is a plus b plus c. So from this equation we cannot get ABC values. Now we assume it is passing through 2 3. Y coordinate 3, x coordinate 2. From this, we cannot get the values of ABC. Now we assume this parabola passing through one more point, minus 1 comma 2. X value minus 1, y value 5. A plus 5b plus 25c. By solving these three equations, we get the values of A, B, C. By solving these three equations, we get the values of A, B, C. So therefore, to get the values of A, B, C of the parabola, then your parabola has to pass through minimum 3 points, maximum no limit. So that's why this is also called a 3-point formula. Look there, point number 1, x naught, y naught. Point number 2, x1, y1. Point number 3, x3, x2, y2. So 3 points, 1, 2, 3. With 3 points, how many subintervals? With 3 points, we can write 2 subintervals. Suppose you want more subintervals, you can go, but equal number of subintervals. That's why split exactly at middle. Split exactly at middle. Here also split exactly at middle. How many subintervals? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 subintervals. If you want, you can go for more subintervals also. That you can do like this. This interval must be split up into 2 equal parts. This interval must be split up into 2 equal parts. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So guess next to 8, next to 6, next to 10, 12, so on. Therefore, how many subintervals required? Minimum 2, maximum. That is not the way you have to say. Required number of subintervals must be even number of subintervals. Even number of subintervals. Required number of subintervals must be even number of subintervals. 2, 4, 6, 8, so on. Right now. The most typical form of parabola is y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square. To get ABC values, it passes through minimum 3 points. That's why it is also called a 3-point formula. As you have already seen, the required number of subintervals should be even. Even number of subintervals must be required. Means 2 intervals, 4 intervals, 6 intervals, 8 intervals, 10 intervals, etc. etc. Next point. Here a term of Simpson's rule is m4 into b minus a into h power 4 by 180. A means integral lower limit. B means integral upper limit. H means length of the subinterval. M4 means maximum of f power 4 of x in the interval a comma b. That means you need to find 4 times a differentiation of f of x. That is f power 4 of x. Find f power 4 of x at each and every point of the interval a comma b. At which point you get highest value, that should be taken as M4. H means, as you people all know, listen to me. H means end point of the interval minus initial point of the interval divided by n, number of subintervals. But in Simpson's rule, number of subintervals must be 2n. 2n means even number of subintervals. Number of subintervals must be n. Why I wrote 2n? Because total number of subintervals must be even. That's why 2n it is. Otherwise n only. 1 minute. Look here. K. Rough only. Look here. What is 4 times the differentiation of f of x for this case? 0. 4 differentiation of f of x for this case? 0. For this case? 0. For this case? 0. So 4 times the differentiation of f of x, where f of x is a polynomial of degree 3 or less than 3, where f of x is a polynomial of degree 3 or less than 3, 0. So 4 times the differentiation of f of x is 0. Means what? If 4 times of f of x is 0, then M4 0. M4 means maximum of f power 4 of x. Then M4 0. If M4 is 0, see here, M4 0, this is 0. 0 into something 0, 0 by something 0. Means error value 0. Error 0 means we will get 100% accurate answer, because error value 0, that's why 100% accurate answer we get. So Simpson's rule will give you 0 error. That means 100% accurate answer if f of x is a polynomial of degree less than or equal to 3. Means a polynomial of degree 3 or less than 3. You need to remember that. Simpson rule. The exact value if you want, Sai Shushmita, if you want, why did you take the equation apply instead of other, sir? See, we have replaced a parabola. Parabola means what? Second degree polynomial. Any second degree polynomial is a parabola. How can you take e power x? E power x is not a parabola. Only parabola is x square. Write the possible equations with x square. I have chosen like Simpson's rule gives exact value of the integral if f of x is a polynomial of degree Again, you are asking why 2n in the denominator. Actually, h value, end point of the interval, yesterday I said, end point of the interval minus initial point of the interval divided by n. N means number of subintervals. But in Simpson's rule, how many subintervals required? Please verify. In Simpson's rule, even number of subintervals required, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so on. In order to represent even number of subintervals, instead of n, I have chosen 2n. Hope you understand. Now, error term containing M4. Error term containing M4. M4 containing fourth derivative. So error order is 4. So error order of Simpson's rule is 4. Error order 4 is also written as, you can simply write error order is 4, or you can also write O of h power 4. We'll continue after the break. We'll continue after the break. Welcome back to the session, students. One more model. After this, we do problems. Simpson's 3/8 rule. Write down directly. I'm giving formula integral a to b f of x dx plus 2 into y3 plus y6 plus y9 plus so on yn minus 3 plus 3 into whatever the values that we missed, whatever the values we have missed in the first bracket and second bracket should be written in the last bracket. Note. Remember, in trapezoidal rule, curve is replaced by a straight line. In Simpson's rule, curve is replaced by a parabola. In Simpson's 3/8 rule, the curve is replaced by a cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. The fitting polynomial is a cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial means third degree equation. Third degree equation, we can write like this. 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 The most typical form of the third degree polynomial containing all constants is a plus bx plus cx square plus dx cube. This is the most typical form of third degree polynomial. So among all different third degree polynomials, the most typical form means that polynomial will have each and every variable. Third degree, second degree, first degree, 0th degree. The most typical form of cubic polynomial is you only tell me to get the values of a comma b comma c comma d, then your cubic polynomial has to pass through minimum 4 points. Minimum 4 points. That's why it is also called a 4-point formula. To get the values of A, B, C, D, it has to pass through minimum 4 points. That's why it is also called a 3-point formula. Okay, fine. 4-point formula. Look here, 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. With 4 points, how many subintervals can be formed? 1, 2, 3. If you want, minimum 3 subintervals required. If you want, you can split exact with the 4 points, 3 subintervals. Now, if you want to increase more number of subintervals, split exactly at middle here, split exactly at middle here, split exactly at middle here, because equal number of subintervals. Now 6 subintervals. If you want to increase more number of subintervals, split this interval into 2 equal subintervals, split this interval into 2 equal subintervals, split this interval into 2 equal subintervals. How many? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So required number of subintervals must be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, so on. That means required number of subintervals must be multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, so on. Required number of subintervals should be multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 means 3 subintervals, 6 subintervals, 9 subintervals, 12 subintervals, so on. Error term please verify the only difference between 1/3 rule and 3/8 rule is their denominator 180, here denominator 80. That's only the difference. Where M4 is equal to maximum of f double dash x in the interval a comma b. H is equal to b minus a by, listen to me, h is equal to end point of the interval minus initial point of the interval divided by number of subintervals. Number of subintervals must be n. But here total number of subintervals must be here total number of subintervals must be multiples of 3. Number of subintervals must be multiples of 3. Number of subintervals must be multiples of 3. That's why it should be 3n. Number of subintervals must be multiples of 3. And that's why it is 3n. Otherwise, it is n only. But number of subintervals must be multiples of 3. That's why 3n. This is f power 4 of x. So Simpson's 3/8 rule, 4 times the differentiation of k0, x0, x square 0, x cube 0. So 4 times the differentiation of all these values are zeros, means m4 0. If m4 0, this is 0. 0 into something 0, 0 by something 0. So error 0. Error 0 means 100% accurate answer. 100% accurate answer means exact value. Simpson's 3/8 rule gives exact value of the integral if f of x is a polynomial of degree. If f of x is a polynomial of degree less than or equal to 3. Error term containing m4. m4 containing f 4 times the differentiation. So error order should be 4. Error order is 4. Listen to me, everyone. Simpson's 1/3 rule, denominator 180. Simpson's 1/3 rule regarding error, denominator is 180. Simpson's 3/8 rule regarding error, denominator is 80. Denominator 180 is small or denominator 80 is small. Denominator 180 is small. 1 by 180 is smaller than 1 by 80. So that means error value of Simpson's 1/3 rule is small as compared to Simpson's 3/8 rule. So Simpson's 1/3 rule is more accurate as compared to 3/8 rule. That means Simpson's 3/8 rule is less accurate than Simpson's 1/3 rule. Now we do problems. Simpson's electrical engineering students are there. They can leave. Electrical engineering students, Rangi Kutta's 4th order method is the last method. Moreover, Simpson's 3/8 rule is a 4-point formula. Last topic of electrical engineering students is Rangi-Kutta method only. They don't have trapezoidal Simpson's rule. But for ESC also, they don't have. Civil students, they will have to stay back in the class until the whole syllabus is completed. Instrumentation engineering students, trapezoidal and Simpson's rule is the last topic. Only electrical students can leave. Stay back civil engineering students, mechanical engineering students, and instrumentation engineering students. For mechanical and instrumentation engineering students, I will try to complete the syllabus today itself because Simpson's rule and trapezoidal rule will be the last. Tomorrow only for civil. Accordingly, for them, the weightage is also high as compared to mechanical for civil engineering students. Right on. Problem number 1. For y is equal to minus x square plus 9x minus 2. The value of integral 1 to 5 y dx using Simpson's 1/3 rule with 2 intervals round of 2 2 decimal places is a dash. It was given production engineering, GATE 2020 production engineering. Two intervals only. Remember 1 to 5 must be split up into 2 intervals only with 2 intervals only. This is 1, this is 5. Tell me 2 equal intervals. If you want 2 intervals, split exactly at middle. What is exactly at middle? Exact middle point is 3. 1, 5 interval, 2 equal subintervals. 2 equal subintervals is exact middle point you split. Integral 1 to 5 means 1 to 5. 2 equal subintervals means split exactly at middle. These are x values. 1, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 by 2, 3. Exact middle value, right. X values 1, 3, 5. If I take x is equal to 1 here, 9 minus 3, 6. If I take x is equal to 3, minus 3 square, minus 9, plus 9 3s are 27, minus 2. So 27 minus 11, 16. Take x is equal to 5, minus 25, plus 45, minus 2. That is 20, 20 minus 2, 18. Do you know this is the way you people have to remember beginning value y naught, beginning value y naught, ending value yn. Always starting value y naught, ending value yn. In between you can manage. In between we have managed as y1. Y naught yn, this is y1. Simpson's rule. What is the subinterval size? Suppose you don't know subinterval length, you can use the formula I gave. What is the formula I gave? Subinterval size h is equal to b minus a by n. H is equal to b minus a by n. It is clearly visible. 1 to 3, gap 2 units. 3 to 5, gap 2 units. So h value 2. Or you can apply the formula. 5 minus 1 by how many subintervals? 1, 2. 4 by 2, that is 2. What is the formula? H by 3 into y naught plus yn plus 2 into y2 plus y4 plus 1 plus 4 into y1 plus y3 plus 1. So h value 2, 2 by 3 into y naught plus yn, 6 plus 18. Plus we don't have y2, y4, etc. y1, 16. 6 plus 18, 24. 64. And what is the answer? $58.67. Listen to me, all of you. I'll clarify your doubt. I will clarify your doubt. N means what? N means what? Number of subintervals. Small n is equal to 2n. Small n is equal to 2 into n. This. So small n is equal to 2n. Suppose you are asked to find how many subintervals required. Suppose you are asked to find how many subintervals required, then only you write n is equal to 2n. And finally, you need to convert in terms of n only. Remember, small n is equal to 2 into capital N must be used only when. Suppose you are asked to find how many subintervals required. Find the number of subintervals required. Then only small n is equal to 2n. Next. The evaluation of a definite integral minus 1 to 1 x mod x dx. By using Simpson's 1/3 rule with the step size h is equal to 0.6 yields dash. Gate Mechanical Engineering 2020. H value is given. So H is equal to B minus A by N. So how many subintervals we need to split? H is equal to B minus A by N. B means upper limit of the integral. A means lower limit of the integral. H value 0.6. B means upper limit minus A means lower limit divided by N. So that is equal to 2 by N. N is equal to 2 by 0.6. So what is this value? Two divided by 6 by 10, that is 20 by 6. What is the number of subintervals required? H value given directly you can write. Number of every subinterval length 0.6. You remember that? I will write. First of all, look here. Y is equal to x into mod x. If it is required, I will use. First, remember that interval. Let me write first. Every subinterval length 0.6. Please do remember. And even number of subintervals required. Initial point -1. X value lower limit -1. Next, if this subinterval length 0.6, you write one number. You write one number here. The difference between this number and its previous number should be 0.6. Guess how much? Minus 0.4. Minus 0.4 minus of -1. Plus 1 minus 0.4. 0.6. You write one number here such that this value minus this value should be 0.6. So what number here? 0.2. 0.2 minus of minus 0.4, 0.6. And tell me one value here. Sorry, it's a small mistake. Upper limit is 1 by 4. It's my mistake. Upper limit 1 by 4. Next to 0.8. 0.8 minus 0.2. 0.6. Last value 1.4. 1.4 minus 0.8. 0.6. Now you can use H is equal to B minus A by N. By using that formula, you will get number of subintervals. So Y value. If I take X is equal to here Y means X into modulus of X into mod X. If I take X is equal to -1 here, modulus of -1, 1. 1 into -1, -1. Take X is equal to minus 0.4. Modulus of minus 0.4 plus 0.4 into minus 0.4 minus 0.16. 0.2 into 0.2, 0.04. 0.8 into 0.8, 0.64. 1.4 into 1.4, 1.96. I said already, beginning value y naught. Beginning value y naught, ending value yn. In between you can manage y1, y2, y3. So Simpson's one-third rule, upper limit 1.4, by mistake I gave 1. Please verify. H by 3 into y naught plus yn plus 2 into plus 4 into what is h value? 0.6 by 3 y naught plus yn minus 1 plus 1.96 y2 plus y4 y2 0.04 y1 plus y3 minus 0.16 simplify that. Answer is 0.592. No. By mistake, I have given interval -1 to 1.4. Now verify. 0.592. Problem number 3. For the integral 0 to pi by 2 8 plus 4 cos x dx. The absolute percentage error in numerical evaluation with the trapezoidal rule using only the endpoints is a dash. A round off to one decimal place given in the GATE 2020 mechanical engineering. Trapezoidal Simpson's rule, most important and expected topic. So let us find approximate solution. Approximate solution means trapezoidal rule solution. Exact solution means direct integration is the exact solution. Let us solve. You are asked to use only endpoints. Only endpoints. That 8 plus 4 cos x, let it be y. You are asked to find error. There are two methods to find the error. One is you can use error formula I gave. Another one is exact value minus approximate value. Using error formula also we get the answer. No issues. Only endpoints. Lower limit 0, upper limit pi by 2. If I take x is equal to 0, 8 plus 4 cos 0, that is 12. If I take x is equal to pi by 2, 8 plus 4 cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2, 0. So answer 8. What is the formula? Trapezoidal rule formula. Integral 0 to pi by 2. Eight plus 4 cos x dx is equal to h. H means end point of the interval minus initial point of the interval. End point of the interval pi by 2 minus initial point of the interval 0 divided by number of subintervals. 0, this is a 0, this is pi by 2. With 1 point, with 2 points, one subinterval can only be formed. Or you can write like this. Gap between 0 and pi by 2 is pi by 2. So h value pi by 2. Formula h by 2 into y naught plus yn h value pi by 2 divided by 2. Pi by 2 divided by 2, pi by 4. Y naught plus yn. Y naught plus yn, 12 plus 8. Simplify this and tell me. Pi value 3.17. Pi value in terms of radians 3.17. Simplify this and let me know the value. Let me know the value. 15.7 or 15.9. 15 point. Which is correct? 15.707. Okay, agree with you. 15.707. Any numerical solution is approximate solution. Now, exact value. Exact value means a direct integral. Integral 0 to pi by 2. Eight plus 4 cos x dx. That is 8x. cos x integration sin x. So 4 sin x 0 to pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 value 1. Simplify this and let me know the value. Pi value 3.14. What is the value? 15.70 na? This is 15.7. Okay. So tell me 16.566. Okay, 16.566. Good, good. This is exact value. First, I will write relative error. Relative error is modulus of exact value minus approximate value by exact value. 16.566 minus 15.707 by 16.566. Simplify this and tell me. Percentage error is a relative error multiplied by 100, 0.0518. Good. 0.0518 multiplied by 100. Answer 5.18. Fine. 5.18. Good. Gate key answer is gate key. 5.1 to 5.3. Any number you write between 5.1 and 5.3, full marks will be awarded. Next. Problem number 4. The value of integral 0 to 6 dx by 1 plus x square by trapezoidal rule is integrand. Integrand means omit integration symbol and dx symbol, and the remaining part is called integrand and is denoted by y. So this is y. See, the interval must be split up into equal lengths of subintervals. Equal lengths of subintervals. Every subinterval size 1. If I take x is equal to 0 here, y value 1. If I take x is equal to 1 here, every subinterval 1 minus 0, 1. 2 minus 1, 1. Every subinterval length 1. If I take x is equal to 1, 1 by 2, 0.5. If I take x is equal to 2 here, 2 square 4, 4 plus 1, 5. 1 by 5, 0.2. X is equal to 3, 0.1. X is equal to 4. Tell me this value. What is y value when x is equal to 4? What is y value when x is equal to 4? 0.0588. Calculator always radians only. 0.0588. 1 minute. I will write 0.0588. For 5 it is 0.03846. Tell me for 6 also 0.02702. Good. Now initial point let it be y0, ending point let it be yn. Write down. H by 3 into y0 plus yn plus 2 into y1 plus y2 plus y3 h value 1 by 3 y0 plus yn 1 plus 0.2702 y1 0.5 plus 0.2 I have written trapezoidal rule only. 0.5 plus 0.2 plus 0.1 plus 0.0588 plus 0.03 What is the answer you are saying? Fine, h by 2. Agree. Sorry, h by 2. Tell me the final answer. $1.410. Once again, check the answer. No, 1.52 is wrong. 1.410 na 1.4095. Please verify and let me know the answer. Last value 0.027. Fine, 0.027. Extra term I have written. No. Different students giving different answers. It should be around 1.4095 or 1.4107. 1.4095. 3 decimal places enough. Okay, simplify and then write. Simplify and write. Next. $1.410 is right, not 1.559. Next problem, no doubt. A solid of revolution is formed by rotating about the x-axis comma the area between the x-axis the lines x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, and a curve through the points with the following coordinates. Next. The estimated volume by Simpson's rule is don't apply Simpson's rule formula directly. Actually, the formula that I gave for Simpson's rule is only for area. But here we were asked to find volume. Be careful, that formula is not valid. This is the way. A solid of revolution. Remember, solid of revolution means the area bounded by some curves is continuously rotated about x-axis or about y-axis or about its edge. Some solids will be generated. We have this concept in calculus also. For example, you observe this. This is the right angle triangle. Look at this. Now rotate this right angle triangle about this line. This is the line. Rotate this right angle triangle about this line, about this line, about this line. Means this right angle triangle is flipped this side, about this line. Then you will get, I have rotated like this. Then we get like this. And again, how did you rotate? This right angle triangle is rotated like this. And again, rotate like this. So the area inside the right angle triangle is continuously rotated about its edge. Cone is formed. Now you observe, this is rectangle. The area inside the rectangle is continuously rotated about its edge. Rotate this about its edge. This is the edge. Turn this side and turn this side, turn this side, turn this side. It is turn that side. This side also. You will get rectangle. This is the way we are rotating. So the area inside the rectangle is continuously rotated about its edge. Cylinder is formed. So area formula integral a to b y dx. Not volume formula, volume of solid of revolution. Not volume formula, this is volume of solid of revolution. We have this topic in calculus. Volume of solid of revolution about x-axis. We have this formula in calculus multiple integrals chapter. Means area bounded by some curves rotated about x-axis. This is the formula. Second one is about y-axis. So in the problem they mentioned already, area bounded by x-axis and the lines x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1 and a curve passing through these points. Then we need volume of solid of revolution about x-axis, about x-axis, about x-axis. So this formula is valid. Write down volume formula integral a to b. A means lower limit 0, b means upper limit 1. Pi y square dx, pi into integral 0 to 1 y square dx. Simpson's one-third rule formula h by 3 into y naught plus yn plus 2 into y2 plus y4 plus so on plus 4 into y1 plus y3 plus so on. But here y square is there, no? Here y square is there. That's why every y should be written as y square. Suppose y cube is there, every y should be written as y cube. This is y naught. This is yn, y1, y2, y3. Subinterval length. Look there. Even though subinterval length not given, we are able to guess 0.25. Difference between any two consecutive x values will be subinterval length denoted by h. 0.25 minus 0, 0.25 means h value 1 by 3, 1 by 4. Y naught square plus yn square. Y2 square, 3 square. We don't have y4 plus 4 into y1 square, 2 square plus y3 square, 1 square. Pi by 12, 2, 18, 20. So answer 10 pi by 3. 4 tens, 4 threes. Next problem. If a trapezoidal rule is used to evaluate integral 0 to 1 e power x square dx with 10 subintervals. Then the absolute error cannot exceed dash. Error formula I gave already. Integration lower limit is A. Integration upper limit is B. Integrand means omit integration symbol, dx symbol, choose the remaining part as f of x. That is called integrand. Trapezoidal rule formula. Error term of trapezoidal rule contains M2. M2 means maximum of f double dash x. M2 means maximum of f double dash x. So f dash x is equal to, treat it as x, e power x, derivative e power x, and again x square derivative 2x. Next, f double dash x. This is u, treat it as u, treat it as v. U into v derivative. V derivative means e power x square derivative. E power x square derivative, e power x square. And again x square derivative 2x. That 2x into this 2x, 4x square, plus u v derivative plus v u derivative. 2x derivative 2 e power x square. So f double dash x is equal to, e power x square is common, take it out, 4x square plus 2 into e to the power of x square. M2. What is M2? A maximum value of f double dash x in the interval a comma b, means 0 comma 1. Remember, f double dash x is a increasing function. One logic I will tell you. All increasing functions will have the maximum value at the upper limit of the integral. All decreasing functions will have the maximum value at the lower limit of the integral. F double dash x is e power x square. E power x square curve is a increasing curve. So increasing functions will have the maximum value, means f double dash x will have maximum value at 1. F double dash x will take biggest value, biggest number at 1. So f double dash of 1 is equal to 4 into 1 square. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 into e power 1 square. Means error term. Error term formula m2 into b minus a into h square by 12. Where h is equal to b minus a by n. Take h is equal to b minus a by n. This is m2 into h value b minus a. This is h value. H square Then h square is equal to b minus a whole square divided by n square. Next to b minus a into h square. Multiply both sides by b minus a. So b minus a into b minus a whole square, b minus a whole cube by n square. So substitute this h value, b minus a into h square value, b minus a whole cube by n square. Denominator already 12 is there, 12n square. Substitute. Error value in trapezoidal rule is M2 value 6E, B minus A 1 minus 0 whole cube by 12 n square. N means number of subintervals. N means number of subintervals. Zero point 01359. Good. 0.01359 or 136. No issues. If Simpson's rule is used to evaluate integral 1 to 2 1 by x dx, then the minimum number of subintervals then the minimum number of subintervals needed so that absolute error cannot exceed integral lower limit is a, integral upper limit is b, integrand is f of x. You are asked to solve this problem using Simpson's rule. Error formula regarding Simpson's rule contains M4. M4 means 4 times differentiation. That's why please remember this formula, everyone. D by dx of 1 by x power n, that is d by dx of x power minus n. minus n into x power minus n minus 1 minus n into x power minus of n plus 1 minus n by here 1 f dash x 1 by x power 1 n value 1 derivative minus 1 by x power 1 plus 1 2 1 by x power 2 n value 2 and derivative minus 2 by x power 2 plus 1 minus 2 by x cube into this minus 1 1 by x power 3 derivative n value 3 minus 3 by x power 3 plus 1 x power 4 but here minus 3 into this 2 minus 6 f power 4 of x 1 by x power 4 1 by x power 4 n value 4 minus 4 by x power 4 plus 1 minus 4 by x power 4 plus 1 5 minus 4 into minus 6 plus 24 m4 is equal to maximum of f power 4 of x in the interval 1 comma 2. Remember, increasing function will have the maximum value at the lower limit of the integral. Decreasing functions will have the maximum value at the upper limit of the integral. 1 by x power 5. 1 by x power 5 is a decreasing function. This f power 4 of x 1 by x power 5 is a decreasing function. Decreasing function will have the maximum value at the lower limit of the integral, that is 1. So this is a 4 times a differentiation of f of x at 1. F power 4 of 1, 24 by 1 power 5, that is 24. And error formula regarding Simpson's rule, m4 into b minus a into h power 4 by 180 where h is equal to b minus a by 2n. H power 4 is equal to b minus a whole to the power of 4 by 2 to the power of 4 16 n power 4. Multiply both sides by b minus a into h power 4. B minus a into b minus a whole power 4 b minus a whole power 5 by 16 n power 4. Error value given already 10 power minus 5. M4 value 24. B minus a into h power 4 value b minus a whole power 5 by 16 n power 4 into 180. Whenever you are asked to find the number of subintervals, then only you can use h is equal to b minus a by 2n. Otherwise, b minus a by n. because here small n is equal to 2n. Simplify this, b minus a, 10 power minus 5 is equal to 24 into b value 2, a value 1. Write down by cross multiplication n to the power of 4 will go left side numerator, and this 10 power minus 5 will go right side. 1 by 10 power minus 5, that is 10 power 5. 16 into 180. So from this n is equal to 24 into 10 power 5 divided by 16 into 180 whole to the power of 1 by 4. But do you know one thing here? Everyone, small n is equal to 2n here. Actually, b minus n by small n only, where n is 2n. Small n is equal to 2n. This you need to remember. We need small n value. Small n is equal to b minus a by n. Small n is 2n. We need small n. Simplify this and tell me the value of n. Has anybody found? Very good. 5.37 is correct. 5.37 is correct. Small n, actually, small n means number of subintervals. Small n means number of subintervals. So small n is 2 into 5.37. Tell me this value. Very good. 10.745. Listen to me, everyone. 10.745 subintervals not possible. So what is the next nearest possible? 10.745 subintervals not possible. Therefore, what is the nearest possible subinterval? Not 11. Nearest possible subinterval, not 11. Directly 12. We need more than 10 subintervals. More than 10 subintervals, nearest value 11. But we should not take 11. Reason is number of subintervals of Simpson's rule should be even number of subintervals. 2n value 11. How number of subintervals must be even? Then how can you take 11? 12. You should not take 10 also, because we need more than 10 subintervals. That's why 11 not possible. 12 is possible. Note this problem and try yourself. Just note it down. The minimum number of equal length of subintervals needed to approximate integral 1 to 2 x e power x dx to an accuracy of at least 1 by 3 into 10 power minus 6 using The trapezoidal rule. Accuracy. Accuracy means error value. Accuracy means error value. Means the difference between one approximation and its previous approximation is 1/3 into 10 power minus 6. Means almost 0. That much accurate value is required. This is 1/3 into 10 power minus 6 is error value. Option A. This problem given in the gate. Try yourself. Okay, students, let us stop mechanical engineering, instrumentation engineering syllabus, gate syllabus only completed. Mechanical engineering, instrumentation engineering, gate syllabus completed. Civil engineering and all other branches, ESC, engineering services examination syllabus not yet completed. Only mechanical engineering, instrumentation engineering, gate syllabus completed. All other branches means civil engineering and all EC, electrical, instrumentation, mechanical, civil, all ESC syllabus let us try to complete tomorrow. If you have doubts, I'll clarify your doubts. Don't hesitate. You can feel free to talk. I gave my number also. In the free time, you can call if you cannot understand. I'll talk to everyone. If you have doubts, you can raise the hands. Otherwise, I'll wind up the session. Day-to-day notes they will send. The concerned manager will send. I will be going to end the session. I'll talk to Suresh Reddy. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Tell me, Suresh Reddy.
Sir, can you open 5th question?
Remember, 1 minute. I am answering to other students. We don't have any shortcuts in numerical method. In the examination, the simple problems will be given from numerical methods. Only should be able to solve. You can call me tomorrow before 5:30. Suresh, question number?
Fifth question, sir.
This one, tell me.
Yes, sir. Sir, in formula, you have taken y square, y naught square, yn square.
1 minute. Actually, this is a calculus concept. In calculus concept, volume about y-axis is this, y square. Here y square is there, no? Here.
Yes, sir.
That's why every y term in the formula becomes y square. Every y term of Simpson's rule becomes y square. Suppose this formula contains y cube. Every y term in the formula becomes y cube. Y power 4. Every y term in the formula becomes y power 4.
Sir, in previous problem, x square terms also there, no, sir?
1 minute. Listen to me. Not like that. See here, this is y. Y is equal to whatever you have. This is after deleting integration symbol, dx symbol, remaining part is y. So y is equal to 1/1 plus x square. This is y, not y square. Don't consider
Okay, sir.
only y. Integrand is y. Integrand means omit integration symbol, dx symbol. Choose the remaining part as y. Don't mind
Okay,
about
sir.
x. Always y only. Based on y only, formula will change.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Any other students? Ashwin? Anybody? Students, I'll be going to end the session. Make it fast. Okay. On the first day, Mr. Suragni, I gave my number on the first day itself. Please check.